Welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. We're back with another episode, of course, of CyberCEO. My name is 𝗙𝗪𝗪. I am your host, and we are very lucky to have another special guest, another CyberCEO on the show right now. So, Veronica, how are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, 𝗙𝗪. How are you?
I'm doing great as well. Thank you very much for asking, and we really appreciate your time for being on the show. Thank you for that. So, for the benefit of everyone, Veronica, can you tell us something about yourself so they can get to know you a bit more?
Oh, absolutely. So my name is Veronica Bearfield. I am the team leader CEO for 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗶 Realty in Spring, Texas, suburbs of Houston, Texas. So I've been with 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗶 for 16 years, and I've been a team leader for 10.
Wow, 16 years in 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗶, 10 years as a team leader. Can you tell us more about what does a day of a team leader look like?
Definitely the growth of the office. So we are constantly recruiting great talent. Right now, we have an amazing 387 phenomenal agents in our office. And so what we mainly do is constantly looking for talent to partner with and to help them double or grow their business. We work with new agents as well as experienced agents, and managing the office and supporting the agents here. So that way they can definitely have a very successful business. And then I also oversee the rest of our executive leadership team, along with two fabulous cyberbackers.
Wow, again, there are two cyberbackers, of course, who are helping you to grow the business. So, how long have you been working with your own cyberbackers?
Going on now for 2 years. So Ren and Princess have been doing an amazing job with us.
Wow, 2 years, going on to 2 years. So, if you don't mind me asking, is this your first time working with someone remotely?
Yes, it is actually. Yes.
How about with leverage before, or maybe having an assistant right there with you?
Yes. Well, actually, I've had an assistant for the last 5 years, but we were very hesitant as far as remotely. But we were very impressed on how Cyberbacker has their system set up, how they do their training, and not to mention the support that we get from them.
Yes, of course, the support is what we, of course, is our bread and butter. Now, let me ask you, Veronica, how's the experience been so far? 2 years in partnership with two cyberbackers.
Well, we originally started with one, but we were so impressed and we kept growing because we were using a cyberbacker. So our business doubled, our net and gross in regards to recruiting agents. And not to mention, they were able to leverage a lot of our time. So they were constantly setting the appointments. And instead of us being on the phones, we were constantly in front of people. So it was definitely a win-win for both of us. And then we ended up doing so great that we hired the second one. And so my assistant team leader has her own cyberbacker, and then I have my own cyberbacker, but they work together. So we meet every morning and we brief and kind of go over what our pipeline looks like, what challenges we're having, what successes we're having, and then we hit the ground running as a team. And not to mention, 𝗙𝗪𝗪, in our office, we have an executive leadership wall that has every, from the team leader, MCA, broker, and we also have both of our cyberbacker recruiters' pictures there because they are truly a part of our team. Yes.
I think that is very important in this type of partnership, making them feel like they are really part of the team, right?
Absolutely, yes. And also, too, by the way, we've been very fortunate to have won a contest by having cyber recruiters helping us grow our business, that we shared the proceeds with them as well.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a big win for you and your business, and
Yes,
of course your
absolutely.
cyberbackers. So, we can safely say that this is already a successful partnership. Am I right?
Absolutely.
What, what,
Absolutely. Go
mhm.
ahead.
What makes it a successful partnership, Veronica?
Well, I think the main reason why is because a cyberbacker, first of all, I love the fact the way they're set up. So we don't train them. You have a whole team that trains them. So that helps us with our time. Once we agree to move forward with our cyberbackers, we sign our agreements, and then you guys take over. So we don't train them, you train them. And then they're coached by one of the best coaches, which is Rich Rector. He used to be my MAPS coach, coached me for over 5 years. He's also contributed to my success, and I'm very thankful for him. But I truly love the fact that he's the one who introduced me to the Cyberbackers program, and then also to know that they're trained in regards to the KW command. They're also constantly learning scripting and role playing, and not to mention the support that they have from you, that they're able to be very successful. So no, we won't do anything else without them. They are definitely going to stay a part of our team, and we're going to all grow together.
That's awesome. That's awesome. As you mentioned, again, Rich Rector. Rich is very, very hands-on when it comes to training and helping out the recruiters, of course. Now, I know you've been working with your cyberbackers for 2 years now. How much time have they saved you, all in all?
Oh, immensely, and a lot of time. Because again, making phone calls, lead generating is very time consuming, and we didn't have to be on the phones as much. Really, we more so do the follow up. They'd set the appointments, and they are very good at setting 2 or more appointments a day. And I understand life has happened for all of us, right? COVID, and unfortunately going hybrid, going virtual and then hybrid, yes, and then back again virtual. They have pivoted with us. So they'll literally make a Zoom call with us, or a phone call, or an in-person meeting, whatever the recruit is comfortable with. I love the fact that they don't seem very robotic. They're very personable. I love the fact that they truly care about the individual. And when we get a briefing from them to say, hey, you're meeting with X, Y, and Z today at 2 p.m. and at 4 p.m., they already have their production. They let us know if their business is up and down, or they also let us know notes from prior as talking to them in the past. So they truly set us up and make sure that they have everything in place. So when we make this phone call, we can just close them and get them to join KW.
That's awesome. Imagine having someone to do those for you so you can save time. Now,
yes,
you already mentioned the things or the tasks that your cyberbackers are currently doing for you and your business. Now, what I'd like to know is, what are some of the things that you're considering having them do in the future? Because these type of roles could still grow even if you've been together for 2 years now, right? So what are those, let's say, tasks?
I would say definitely probably a little bit more admin. Even though we have our own executive assistants, we're keeping them pretty busy, but they constantly are communicating with each other. So just from emails to text messages to making sure they're helping us promote events, which they do. They're constantly inviting. If we have certain events, they know we have a VIP list that they know to go to when we have certain events to invite to. But then our EAs take over, just confirming that they're attending. So maybe those kind of things is that we were hoping to let, probably, I guess, bottom line is just probably doing more admin if we're going to go that route further. But I'm going to tell you, these 2 girls, Ren and Princess, are rock stars on the phone. And I can tell that they pretty much that's definitely their expertise. So we don't want to take too much away from them of what they do very great at.
Of course. But adding a few more admins, I know that they would be very, very excited to do anything to help the business grow.
They're always players, yeah.
Always. Now, I have another question. Have there been any challenges, or let's say room for, growth or opportunities for growth that you've had working with your cyberbackers?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's just right. That's life. That happens in business. Yes, absolutely. So being very transparent, we've gone through a total of, this would be the 4 cyberbackers within the 2 years. The first one we started worked out great, and then ended up not working out as we started getting this busy. So we had to part ways, but they immediately replaced us with another cyberbacker. And then that cyberbacker had to leave due to family reasons. So it was unpredictable, and we definitely missed that cyberbacker. But then yet we were replaced again with amazing talent. So I love the fact that we were never left without one. So that was very thankful. But yes, we've had to pivot as well and get to know them again and learn each other, what works and what doesn't work. But it was just a small challenge. It wasn't nothing that we couldn't overcome. And again, it all goes back to the back end of Cyberbacker to know when they put us in front of them, we get to meet them, we get to interview them. So we make sure we also make them a great match. But who they put in front of us, you could tell they definitely screened them very carefully per the client. And that's something I'm very thankful for. And then the last thing is communication. I notice sometimes when we're not on the same page, I love the fact that certain people that the lead teams pretty much get with us to make sure that we stay on the same page. So there's never a miscommunication or a misunderstanding, or even when it comes to billing, that kind of a thing. Cash is somebody I work very closely with, and she's amazing. So always just making sure that the clients are taken care of. We always feel that.
Of course, that is actually, of course, one of our goals. Creating
Yes.
the business, growing the partnership with our cyber CEOs. Of course, if we help them out, then that would also help Cyberbacker in return. Now,
Yes.
one last question, Veronica. There are a lot of business owners right now that aren't still buying into the idea of having their own Cyberbacker. They're still having second thoughts. What advice would you be able to give them?
Oh, if I can just say this respectfully, they're losing. They need to be with the rest of us winners and pretty much continue growing in regards to teaming up with the Cyberbacker, because there's so much work to be done. There's no way we can do it ourselves. And otherwise we'll get overwhelmed. And that's not what we want to do. As you can see, I wouldn't be in this role for 10 years if I didn't have the passion and love for it. But we have to align with the right team. And I'm so glad that Rich Rector put me with the Cyberbacker team, because he definitely gave me a lot of leverage and also increased my numbers. And definitely, if they want to grow, they need to team up with the Cyberbacker. And some people just don't. And I totally respect that. But we're a team of winning, and we only fly with eagles. And we're flying with the Cyberbacker Eagles.
Wow, I love that. Cyberbacker Eagles. Now, we're already talking about your Cyberbacker Eagles right there. Would you want to give them a quick shout out on the show?
Yes, absolutely. So much love to Princess and Ren. You ladies rock. Every morning when we speak to them, we always say they wear their S's on their shirts, because they are truly superstars and amazing women that we get the honor to work with every day. So love you guys.
Perfect. We are very excited to see where your partnership with Cyberbacker would be within the next few years and the months to come. Thank you very much for being on the show, Veronica. Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.